More than 3 million people die every year from vaccine-preventable diseases. Approximately half of these deaths are children under the age of 5. Vaccines are extremely important because they can save the lives of millions of people. To prevent kids from getting sick and spreading it to others, parents should not be able to opt out of vaccinating their children. Today, we will first be looking at the problem of people not getting vaccinated. Second, the importance of educating unvaccinated people. And third and finally, how vaccinations make our world a safer place. So, let's begin by looking at the problem of unvaccinated people. The number of unvaccinated children in the world is rising very quickly. Children need to be vaccinated for their health and the health of others around them. Tim Wendell from TCA News Service stated in 2018 that studies have shown that unvaccinated kids are 6.5 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumonia, 23 times more likely to develop whooping cough, and 9 times more likely to catch chickenpox. These numbers are only going to keep growing if parents do not start vaccinating their kids right away. Gregory Hand and Clay Marsh wrote a newspaper article in 2017 stating that choosing not to vaccinate is a risky choice for the individual and the community because it could potentially put people's health in danger. Some people say this isn't really a problem because if most people are vaccinated, then the unvaccinated people will have less of a chance of catching a disease or infection. However, they are wrong because it only takes one person to have the disease to infect another person who isn't vaccinated. Now that we have looked at the problem of unvaccinated people, we will move on to what solutions there are. The solution to unvaccinated people is educating them about how important it is to get the required vaccinations. The best way to educate people about vaccinations is to help them understand the facts and the myths. It is important for people to understand that doctors care for each and every one of their patients and want them to receive the best care. Doctors only give people vaccinations if the patient is healthy and the time is right for them to receive the vaccines. Many parents do not vaccinate their children because they think it will cause autism. However, Gregory Hand and Clay Marsh tell us that numerous scientific studies have shown no relationship between vaccinations and autism. Another reason many parents do not vaccinate their children is because they are afraid their child might have an allergic reaction. However, Gregory Hand and Clay Marsh state in their newspaper article that many of the reactions are in fact the body's immune system responding to the vaccine directly, which can lead to some local pain or some mild flu-like symptoms. In a few short days, the child will be back to normal. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services wrote on their website that serious side effects after a vaccination, such as severe allergic reactions, are very rare and doctors and clinic staff are trained to deal with them. Some argue that educating unvaccinated people won't work, but those are the people that are not willing to even listen to the other side of the story. Parents hear about side effects or rare things that could happen and choose not to get their children immunized, but they are not considering all of the success stories and people whose lives have been saved because of vaccines. We will now look at what the world would be like with and without vaccines. Gregory Hand and Clay Marsh tell us that without vaccines, the world would have a significant amount more of birth defects, hearing loss, paralysis, and death that can result from polio, smallpox, and many other diseases. With vaccines, our world is a much safer place. Victoria Anderson published in her journal in 2015 titled Promoting Childhood Immunizations that at the turn of the 20th century, 100 of 1,000 babies born in the United States died before their first birthday, and today that rate has decreased dramatically to 7 in 1,000 babies because more people are being vaccinated. Vaccinations are extremely important because they can save the lives of so many people. Today, we first looked at the problem of people not getting vaccinated. Second, the importance of educating unvaccinated people. And third and finally, how vaccinations make our world a safer place. To prevent kids from getting sick and spreading it to others, parents should not be able to opt out of vaccinating their children. Make sure to get vaccinated if you are not already, and encourage others to get vaccinated as well. If you don't get vaccinated, you could be putting your life in danger. Receiving the required vaccinations can save your life along with millions of others. As I said before, 3 million people die each year from not being vaccinated. Don't be one of those people.